Only you that we have to. If it not be you, the father take over our land. She sits at home and do, as in the cano. She sits at home, madam, the one of my children. Mother Biafra, it's a come and be one line. We are saying, you're not a man that will lie, you're a man alone. You're not a girl that was made by the hands of men. I'm your different alone. Guess you will move out. I'm your different food. We come in again, baby. It is time.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. As you're joining, please share the video on your platform. Share to your family and friends. Share to those who are closer to you. Keep on sharing. Share so that people can join us when you come in and share. Thank you so much for joining. Wherever you are joining from, I appreciate you. I thank you very much for your contributions. I thank you so much for joining me on this episode on the broadcast. We will continue to send the message to them, whether they like it or not. We will continue to set the record straight. We will never relax and we will never relent in our effort. We will never allow them to hijack the stage. We will make sure that we continue to speak up for those who have been oppressed. The Biafran people will continue to speak about our plight and the problem we are facing. We will continue to speak about it. Do not be silent. Do not be silent. I welcome everybody who has joined this very broadcast. Alex Martins, you're welcome. If you're joining from Biafra land, special thanks to you, special greetings to you. If you're joining from Biafra land, I say special greeting for you. Special greeting for you to have your time, spend your money and data to come and join on this broadcast. I say, may Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect you, secure you. No bullet of the enemy will get you. No unknown government will attack you. The Fulani Caliphate will never see you. I thank you all for joining. If you're joining from Biafra land, if you're joining from Asia, I appreciate you. I thank you very much for your time. If you're joining from Europe, I thank you for joining. You're joining from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, any part of the world you are joining from, I say, may Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect you and secure you. We will continue to send the message across until Biafra comes. We cannot stop. No matter how they try to stop us, you know why I'm here. The only reason why I'm here is to make sure that our voice is being heard, to encourage my fellow Biafras, to encourage my fellow freedom fighters, to encourage all those that have been oppressed in the Zoological Republic, to continue to speak up the truth and make sure we tell our story, to make sure that they do not change the narrative, to make sure that enemies do not tell our story. We will tell our story by ourselves. And when we tell our story, it will be understandable and the truth will be out. If we allow the enemy to hijack the story and continue to tell the story, we will never get the real information out. As you know, they have hijacked the conventional media, they have taken up all the areas, and we will not allow them to take over. Gino, so you are welcome. We will continue to set the record straight and say it the way it is. And today, we are going to speak about a very important topic which says the chain is broken. Free your mind and be free. That is the topic today. The chain is broken. Free your mind and be free. That chain that has been holding us bound, that chain that has been holding us down in Biafra land, that chain has been holding people down in the contraption called Nigeria, that chain has been broken. That chain has been broken. It's left for you to free your mind and be free. All you need to do now is to free your mind and be free. Once you free your mind, you will definitely be free. The chain has been broken. Let me tell you, today, the chain has been broken. It is no longer like before. All you need to do today is to free your mind and you'll be free. Udemonyeme, thank you so much for joining. Free your mind and be free. The chain is broken. That chain that has been holding us bound, that chain that is making us look timid, that chain that is making us not to speak out, that chain has been broken. The only thing that we need today as Biafrans is to open up our mind and be free. Mazen Nandekana was the person that Chukwu Okeke used to break that chain. Chukwu Okeke used Mazen Nandekana to scatter the chain that has been holding us bound. That chain that has been holding us that make you to be afraid to say that you're a Biafran. That chain that was holding you that made you to be afraid to claim your own region. That chain that be holding you that makes you to be shy, make you to be ashamed to say you are from Biafra land, you are from Ududua land, you are from the Middle Belt, you are an Igbo person, you are a Yoruba, you are a Fulani, you are from Hausa man, you are from Calabar, you are from the Delta or whatever tribe, or you are Benin. That chain has been holding on that made us not to speak. That chain has been broken. That chain has been broken. And Mazen Nandekano was the person that Chukwu Okeke used to break that chain. Today, the only thing you need to be free is to free your mind. Free your mind and you're going to see the freedom. Free your mind. In the past, you see that there was a chain holding every one of us down. The Biafrans were scared to call themselves Biafra. The Odudua people were afraid to call themselves Oduduans. The Middle Beltans were afraid to call themselves Middle Beltans. Igbos were afraid to identify themselves as Igbos. The Calabars were afraid to identify themselves as Calabar. The Ijaw people were afraid to identify themselves as Ijaws. The Igbos, the Yorubas were afraid to identify themselves as Yorubas. Every tribe was afraid to identify themselves as who they are. They were all hiding under one thing or the other. But Chukwu Okeke used Mazen Nandekano to break that chain. Chukwu Okeke used that Mazen Nandekano to break that chain. And today, you see people standing with confidence to say that I am a Biafran. They say it in public. People say it hitting their chest, I am Igbo Biafran. People are no longer shy. People are no longer shy about their tribe and their language and what they speak. People are no longer shy about their identity. That chain was broken by Chukwu Okeke through Mazen Nandekano. Chukwu Okeke used him to break that very chain that was holding us back. And today, all you need to do is to free your mind. Today, you can see somebody from Yoruba land will be saying that I am Ududua person, be speaking about Ududua in the public, preaching Ududua in the public. That chain has been broken. Before, we used to hear a language, they say Nigerian unity is not negotiable. Nigerian unity is not negotiable. That is their national anthem before. Formally, their national anthem, each time you talk about Nigeria, they say it is non-negotiable. But today, they have accepted that it is negotiable. They know that it is negotiable. And people come to their conventional media and talk about negotiation. Initially, you cannot, who are you to come in the conventional media and talk about negotiation in Nigeria? You dare not talk about it. Who are you to come to the conventional media in those days and talk about restructuring or talk about negotiation? You dare not try it. But Chukwu Okeke used Mazen Nandekano to break that chain. Everybody that have opened his or her mind to accept that truth, today they are free. Today they are free. Everyone that have accepted, the people who are still in captivity are those who have refused to open up their mind to receive the truth. Those are the people who are still talking about election. They are still talking about BVC. They are still talking about P2B. They are talking about Igbo presidency. They are talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are talking about Atiku Abubakar. These are the people who have refused to open up their mind, who have refused to free their mind. They are still the people who have caged themselves into that very cage that British and the Fulani have placed them. That cage that British and Fulani have built, the cage that British built, put all the indigenous tribes inside that cage and lock it up. Mazen Nandekano came and he tore that page. He broke that cage. And everybody left that cage. Chukwu Okeke used Mazen Nandekano to break that cage, the cage that the British built in Nigeria, and put all indigenous tribes into it. And they were so scared. They were all managing themselves in that cage. Mazen Nandekano came. Through the grace of Chukwu Okeke given to him, he tore that cage, and people ran out of that cage. Today, people identify themselves by whom they are. People identifying themselves that chain was broken automatically. The only people that are still today talking about the one Nigeria, still preaching that evil message, are the people who have refused to free their mind. These are the people that have refused to free their mind. They They have refused to free their mind. Even when they have seen the freedom is given to them, they refused. And are you surprised? Don't be surprised. You don't have to be surprised. There are still people, let me tell you, as we are talking about heaven and hell, there are still people who, if you give them option of going to hell or heaven, they will choose to go to hell because of one reason or the other. I have seen people who say that if so person and so person will be in hell, I better be there with them. Haven't you heard that? I have people confessing and say, if this man will be in heaven, I don't want to be there. It's better I be in hell. I have seen people say, if this man is going to be in heaven, I better be in hell. Some will say, if this man will be in hell, I better join you in hell. So anything you see in the planet Earth, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. There are still people who have refused to come out from that cage, even when the shackles are no longer there. The shackles, that chain that binds us in that zoological republic, it is no longer there. The chain is no longer there. It's no longer that chain that they place in our hand. That chain that we have been handcuffed. The handcuff have been removed for a very long time. Mazin they can have removed that handcuff, removed that chain. But so many of us are still keeping that hand this way. So many of us are used to that chain. They are used to that handcuff. They are still keeping their hand. Some are very used to the cage. They are very comfortable in that cage. And they don't want to explore. They are very comfortable. They are still living in that cage. That is why you still have some people who talk about one Nigeria. That is why you still have people who prefer talking about PVC, telling you that the election can change a thing. And there are some who know the truth, but out of fear, they don't have that courage to walk away. They don't have that courage to open up their mind and speak up. Free their heart, free their mind and be free. And there are some who have freed their mind, but they are cowards. They are not brave enough to speak the way we are speaking. You and I, you that is watching me and you're commenting, you that are writing, there are people who doesn't have that braveness you have. They are not as brave as you are. They cannot come and declare that freedom that they have seen. They cannot come and open and confess the freedom. But for us Biafrans, we cannot keep silent. We are confessing that freedom. Because in 2023, Biafra will be seen before the whole world. The whole world will be celebrating Biafra in 2023. We know that it is coming. Even the Janjaweed themselves know very well. It baffles me that some Biafrans are still pretending not to know. But the Caliphate themselves, the Janjaweed, know that Biafra is coming in 2023. They know very well. That is why you see everything they are doing today is on speed. The Fulanization agenda is on speed. And while they are speeding up their agenda, they are making so many mistakes, which is going to lead to the coming of Biafra. Which is going to lead to the activation of Biafra. Chukwu Okikadiama have his way of doing his things. He has several ways of planning our freedom. It is not in our hand. It doesn't matter how we plan. Chukwu Okikadiama have already laid the foundation. All we do is to listen to him. What did he say we should do? We do it. All we are doing is to pay attention to Chukwu Okikadiama. What he is saying. Sometimes he speaks through Mazin Nandikano. Sometimes he speaks to us directly. Sometimes he speaks through our spokesperson, Mazin Simon Epa. Are you listening? All you need to do is to pay attention. You pay attention to what Chukwu Okikadiama is saying. What is he putting in your heart? What is your heart telling you? What is the message that silent voice you are hearing in your heart telling you that Biafra is coming in 2023? God, Biafra is coming. Prepare yourself, believe it and confess it. It is going to come. We are not only praying and confessing it, we are working towards it. You can see every work being put in place. You can see so many things happening, pointing towards that direction. The only thing you need to do today is to free your mind. If you are a Biafran, any place you are watching this very broadcast from, you are a Biafran, please share the broadcast. As you're joining, share. You know they are stopping us, making sure that people don't hear us. In all social media, any social media network where you go and preach this gospel of Biafra, they will always suppress your views and make sure people don't hear you. The only way we overcome them is when you help to share the information. You help to share. When you are sharing, people will get the contact, and people will, when you share and like, people will see that they're coming. We cannot stop. It doesn't matter how they try. We cannot stop. We know very well that the chain is off our hands, and that is why we are flying high. For those who are still pretending, or those who are now comfortable in their own chain, they are still holding their chain with them. They are still remaining in the cage. But those of us who know that that chain has been broken, that cage has been removed, we free our mind and our heart, and we are free. That is why we have the confidence to speak the way we are speaking. You see our Oduduwa brothers. Oduduwa brothers today can campaign before the whole world. They can protest in the open. It is no longer hiding under one thing or the other. You see Oduduwa people protesting in the open, raising the flag of Oduduwa in the public, and they protest. Has it happened before? It doesn't happen before. You saw Oduduwa people even sing their national anthem in the House of Assembly. You see a governor coming to tell Oduduwa people to sing national anthem and recite it. But in Biafra land, those who are taking the charge in Biafra land is you and I, the ordinary people. Because our politicians are so greedy and evil. The caliphate have succeeded in capturing the politicians in Biafra land. That was the only place they had effect. They could not take our lands. They could not take away our senses. They could not take away anything from us. What they took away is the political strength. They took away the political strength for the southeast part of Nigeria, and those who are willing to obey them, who are willing to buy into their idea, who are willing to serve them, we are the ones that were given power. And they are trying to rule us through those people that have been introduced to us, which is impossible. Which is impossible. Because Biafrans are wise. We know what is right and what is wrong. It doesn't matter how you try to blackmail Biafrans. It doesn't matter how you try to plan your evil. It doesn't matter who you put as a governor or a president or whoever in Biafra land. We know what we believe. Biafrans follow the truth. If you are not sincere and you are not working for the people, Biafrans cannot follow you. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who put you. It doesn't matter the rank you occupy. It doesn't matter if you are a chief, if you are any title they give you, whatever title they give you, and you are not truthful, you are not standing for good, Biafrans cannot stand with you. They can't stand with you. And the caliphate knows that. Today, they hijack the political strength in the southeast, and all the politicians in the southeast do is to serve the caliphate to be relevant. That is the only thing they do. Serve the caliphate and be relevant. But those of us who are out of the cage, we know we are free people. We don't listen to them, neither do we obey them. Because we know they are working for somebody. That is why we are standing and we are choosing our own spokesman. Chukwuka gave us our spokesperson who gives us instruction on what to do and how to feel about it. You see the politician, even when they pretend to cover up, Chukwuka will make them expose themselves. They make them expose themselves. Look at Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma has been exposed several times of killing Biafran people. The life of Biafran has been wasted in Imo State. It's done by Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma has been the one taking the life of Biafran people. He has been the one taking the life of Biafran people, hiding under the name of a governor. But at this stage, he can't hide it again. They brought out their Ebubago and begin to destroy the life of Biafrans. They, first of all, created their unknown government. These people created unknown government by themselves, using foreigners to create unknown government. And they begin to cause havoc. After creating all those havoc and causing all the havoc, they came back and tried to demonize the ESN. It didn't work. It didn't work out for them. They saw that Biafrans are wise. And we were hitting them hard on the media. And the world was seeing the actual truth. They tried to use their conventional media to push the line, but they couldn't be able to separate the social media. And when they saw that the unknown government could not be able to achieve their aim, they went ahead to form their Ebubago. Today, you see what their Ebubago is doing. You see the evil their Ebubago is perpetrating everywhere. When they started initially, people thought it was for good. People thought it was good. They didn't know it was a counterfeit. They started by killing their fellow politicians. They used them to go and draw debts. Enugu State was people that first protested, or Abuja State went to the house and said to disband them. They protested and they stopped. And Obuja continued on his own side to use the Bible to kill innocent people. They would take their life and they would take the Biafran flag and put there and put the barrel and say, this is an ESN. They have been doing it for a very long time until their cup got food. Chukwuka said, it's enough, it's enough. And they were all exposed. These are a bunch of criminals. All the politicians in Biafra, no one is exempted. No single one is exempted. All the politicians in Biafra, they are all criminals. They are all criminals. Worse than any other party can think of. They are even worse than politicians in the north. Politicians in the southeast are politicians. They are worse than politicians in the north. Politicians in the north, at least they are supporting their northern people. They are supporting their own people. You never see them bring military to kill their people.
They are protecting their own people. They are promoting their own people. But in the south is what do? They kill their own people for foreigners. They take the life of their own brothers and sisters because of the caliphate. Just to be relevant. Just to make their paymaster feel that they are doing something. They will take the life of innocent people. And they want us to be silent. Of course we can be silent. They want us to continue to feel like slaves. Today what they are doing in Biafra land is show of force. They are using their military to show their force. They are using the Abuja to show force. They are using the terrorists to show force. They are using the Fulani terrorists to show force. They are using the Abuja and all manner of forces to show their force in Biafra land. At every slightest thing, they take your life because they want you to stop talking. But
are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you. If you come and stand in the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals. They are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.